Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 51 of our Confederate Spring of 62 campaign in version 1.11, using the A.O.M Mod. Now, last episode, we did see the Second Battle of Cairo once we re-entered Missouri with the Army of Mississippi under command of Albert Johnston, and seeing off two different armies, three corps from separate armies, under the overall command of Alexander Stone. So this battle has not rolled off yet, as we see, and this ended up being a major victory for us. So we got to see where these troops are going to retreat to. I'm going to give my troops a few days to rest up, as two of the corps are down in the yellow. Polk. I need to change his name from Leonized Polk to Polk the Unready, because his readiness is always the lowest and takes forever to come back up. But once they are ready to go again, I'm going to be pushing them back north into St. Louis. And if Force Corps is almost ready to go, not quite yet. Let's put them in a defensive stance, that'll help. Once Force Corps is ready to go again, I'll be pushing them north up here into St. Joseph, Missouri, and that should give us all the key cities for Missouri, and hopefully we can get it to flip like we did Kentucky. It took us, we did a lot of fighting in Kentucky to get it to flip earlier in the campaign, and it never happened, and it's finally happened. So we need to hang on to that. What you see here, that's the Army of the Gulf. They are actually reforming in Evansville, so I'm not really worried about that command. And as far as Kentucky goes, Lovell's command is on its way from the Gulf to become the Second Corps of the Army of the Trans-Mississippi, and they will be hanging on to Kentucky. We did finally extricate the Army of Tennessee out of West Virginia. They are now hanging out in Stanton at the top of the valley, where they are recovering. Now, there's so many Federal Corps in the area, and these three look like they're coming in his direction, though those arrows look like they're moving away from us. I'm going to have them hang here at Stanton right now to cover this pass and this pass down at Salem, just in case they decide to cross into the valley from the south. Army of Northern Virginia, after that disastrous siege of Fort Stanton, is now recovering. The center wing is recovering over here, and the right wing is recovering over here. So once all these corps are green and good to go again, I'm going to be shoving them into D.C. We'll probably get stuck with these sieges here, but I'm going to immediately turn them into assaults and just shove the Army of Northern Virginia minus the Army of the Valley District into Washington, D.C. Up here with the Army of the North, we did have the Second Battle of Fort Scamo. We are now resieging that fortification. It is currently in our favor, so hopefully that will not take too long to see it done, as this corps needs a seriously got strength up. It's down to 13,000 men. It's basically the size of a overstrength division at this point. It is seriously undermanned. And the Second Corps Army of the North, along with the headquarters, is down here at Concord, New Hampshire. And as soon as Claiborne gets a little bit further into the green here, probably in the next few days, I'll be shoving them down to Lowell, Massachusetts. And that'll hopefully drag the Department of New England and its First Corps after us. And coming back down the coast, I've actually issued orders for the First Fleet. After last episode, it kept going down to raid the 2nd South Atlantic Blockading Squadron. Never really went into combat with it. I'm actually just ordering it straight down into a full-on engagement with the South Atlantic Blockading Squadron and its 2nd Squadron. They don't have us by very many guns, so these two fleets are not strong at all. There's only one ship left in this squadron, and this squadron is, I think, down by half. No, it's only disabled 5, but it's only got 83 guns. So I believe we'll be able to see these two fleets off this episode. And on top of that, the can't remember the name of the fleet now. The Indianola Squadron did have a successful engagement against the 2nd West Gulf Blockading Squadron last episode. They lost 2 ships, we lost 2 ships, because these are cotton-clad rams. I really don't expect much out of them. They actually did better than I expected them to. I'm going to be doing the same thing with him. Once Buchanan's fleet goes full green, I'll be sending them up for a general engagement against the 2nd West Gulf Blockading Squadron. So they're down to 23 guns, with 14 of their ships disabled. So we should be able to see them off pretty handily once this fleet's full green again. And on top of that, we did start forming a second Lincoln's Gift Squadron over here at Tampa. It's only got the 6 ships for right now. I don't think any of them are actually really... Yeah, only Augusta and Pocahontas are not good to go, but not a big fleet, but I think we'll start moving them into position now. Oh, can't move them to still red, because I just formed them. But once they're formed up and ready to go, they'll be getting stationed over here at Cape May. Sidney Lee is the fleet commander. He's actually from New Jersey, so I thought that'd be a fitting location for him to go start his blockade at and cover all the New Jersey ports, as he'd be familiar with the waterways up here. Alright, I think that covers everything for right now. Like I said, I think last episode, episode 4, we are entering the end game. So, going to this a little early. So we knocked their national morale down to 44 over the last 2 episodes. National support's down to 54. The morale of their armies is down to 45. Their armies really are not combat capable right now, so I need to keep the pressure up to keep it that way. And I think I'll be able to end this campaign either this episode or the next 3 episodes. So we are nearing the end here. Alright, I do believe that does cover everything now, so I'll be back with the next major incident. Alright, it's now August 24th, and we've picked us up a naval engagement as I sent the first fleet to engage those 2 fleets outside of Charleston. The one fleet did run away right off the bat, but looks like we've engaged the entirety of the other fleet, which doesn't have any big ships left in it, it looks like. Except for maybe the Roebuck, which is only a bark. It looks like their biggest ship. And the third rates, okay. Should be a pretty handy fight for my ships to finish off their fleet with. Already got the Ottawa down to 36. Somerset to 84. Agger to 87. Norwich to 84. The Petite is down to 69. Now, it's really a matter of my ships closing into ramming distance with their fleet. Oh, there we go. Palmetto's rammed somebody. Who did you ram? Probably the Petite. Oh, everybody's got a ram. Oh, they've been rammed. They don't have any rams in this fleet. And the Hancock's withdrawing, the Tuscarora's withdrawing. Looks like we're going to capture a 4th rate and a ship's tender, another 4th rate. Another schooner, which we really don't need. Gunboat. Oh, we are ripping this fleet apart. Surprised the Palmetto's down to 85%. Agger down to 43. There goes the Benville. The Water Witch. The Florida. Oh, we just ripped this fleet apart. We just captured 12 of their ships. Damn. But they're not really big ships. And it looks like we disintegrated this fleet also. That's a good grab on our part. Nothing big, but a very good grab for us. And that fleet is now gone. Alright, let's get you returned to port. Charleston Harbor is now clear of blockading forces. Let's get these captured ships out of you. This is why I formed a second Lincoln's Gift Squadron. I knew we were going to be capturing more ships. I didn't realize we were going to be capturing this many, though. They are in very bad condition. It's going to be a long time for any of these are ready to go again. Well, I'd like to get them in the fleet as soon as they are ready. Alright. Right now it's just a waiting game. Federals really can't attack us right now, and I'm just waiting for my units to come up in the green again so I can start moving them. I'm expecting that to be happening by September 1st. Let's see how this siege is going up here real fast. Still in our favor, but taking longer than I expected. We can let that roll on. I just don't have... The strength of this corps is really worrying. Oh, and Cleburne's gone into the green. So it's time to move into Massachusetts. Oh, come on. It's time to start making the Yankees panic a little bit more. I'm probably going to start shuffling all these units up in that direction. I think that covers everything for right now, so I'll be back. Alright, it's now August 26th, and we have picked up a battle. And it looks like it's going to be another battle at Cairo, as the units that were down here all retreated up into Cairo, or just north of it. So, actually, no, these are separate commands altogether. So we have 1st Corps Army of Iowa, Army of Tennessee, which is part of Department of Mississippi, Army of the Ohio, which is part of the Department of Mississippi, and the Army of Iowa Command. All under command of George Cullom. Once again, it is going to be our Army of Mississippi taking them on under Alfred Sidney Johnston. And I have no idea. There was a big group of corps up here at St. Louis, Missouri. I have no idea where they've gone to. I have no sighting on them whatsoever. So I don't know if the AI has disbanded them or not and shuffled those troops to other fronts. But that is a little worrisome as I don't have eyes on them anymore. But obviously we're going to be taking this fight. They're bringing 32,777 infantry, 210 cavalry, 39 guns to my 50,763 infantry, 3,600 cavalry, 97 guns. So I do have all these corps back on the scouting in order to bring their readiness up faster. So it's going to take a while for my corps to get on the field. So only 3rd Corps will be there. But we should be big enough to handle the job, even with only 5 guns in this army. So I do have more artillery training. It's just taking a while. So I will see you all on the other side of the load screen. Welcome everybody to the 3rd Battle of Cairo. Once again, we did draw a defensive fight for ourselves, and we are defending back here at Stone Rook. Federals are coming in from this location, and this location. So last time we defended Stone Rook, I basically did the same defensive arrangement I have going on right here. Only difference is I do have the cavalry out on Stone Bluffs right now, as they did attack from this direction last time. It caught me kind of off guard, and almost became a bad thing for us. And probably should put one brigade up this. Now I can send skirmishers up there. Forget that. I'll send some skirmishers out to look up in this direction once I hit play. So, yeah, we're just going to let these guys come right at us. I think they have everybody on the field right now. Yep, 2 of their corps are arriving in 1 hour. It's already 14:30. So, don't know if there'll be any fighting on day 1. There might be, depends on how the AI brings their troops forward. But we'll see what happens. So, we need to play, and I'll come on back in once we have sighting on the Federals. Alright, it's 15:19, and we do have sighting on Federals. They're coming right down the main road at us. Did have skirmishers out. I'm now recalling them. And they are coming at us pretty quickly. Well, quicker than I expected. Thought they were going to wait for the other corps to get on the field. And they built those pontoons back here, so they might have a flank attack coming our way. I ordered the Habsburg skirmishers back. Actually, I'll put them back out there just in case. I need some warning if I have to roll back one of these divisions. And Yep, you're going to go right down the road here to Stonework. I'm going to have you guys building breastworks. Come on, click in place. There we go. And let's turn the cavalry this way. I'm not worried about them coming in on that flank now. There'll be a few more minutes before the Federals get in position on us, so I'll be back. Alright, 1620, day one. The Federals have actually moved in close enough to start contesting the Stone Rook objective. Now, I'm waiting for the rest of their forces to keep coming down this road as they look like they want to do. Then I'm just going to push the rest of my corps right into their flank. But we can see off the... And the army commander's right there with the fighting. So once they're there, I can push this rest of my corps into their flank and just see them off as handily as I like, hopefully. We lost sight of that brigade. Nice. I don't know if anybody's wondering, today's battle brew is Nika coffee grain whiskey, which is the Japanese whiskey that I happen to like. Nice little two fingers there. I'm actually surprised. I did wait to start sending in this brigade, but now they're just attacking one brigade at a time. I'm totally just firing away, but I've only got 5 guns and they're 3-inch ordnance rifles. They're not going to be doing too much in the way of damage dealing. Why is that brigade getting ready to break already? What does my morale look like? Oh. Mine's at 46, so they're 48, so it's actually not that good. Oh, and this is really one of those newer brigades. Hasn't done much in the way of fighting. And they were just pushing into them. Look at that. Oh, they're getting ready to break. There we go. Like I see any more dust trails back here, so I might be able to start pushing into them. Take care. Man, they're just marching right into them. Alright. Push forward. Manigault's brigade. Alright, Cal, we're going to engage this brigade. Both those brigades broke each other. I don't understand why Manigault broke. 170 losses. I think Manigault's going to be getting replaced after this fight. I think the AI just realized I'm coming out to play. And where are the rest of their corps? keep advancing. Good. Taylor's got his division moving. Actually, you know what? We're going to push Fournier's division forward. Right there, in case that other corps decides to start showing up. I think this battle might actually end up being bloodier than I initially anticipated. See, morale of their armies overall is low, but these guys don't look like they're getting ready to break like they usually do. It's my guys that are getting ready to break. Go face that way just in case. They're breaking. Very good. Don't let that brigade break. Stay on them. Oh, there they went. Damn it. Morgan's brigade just broke. I basically got this, even when my brigade's breaking, this corps is basically trapped because the other two corps are not here to support it, so I can break them before the rest of them show up. I don't see anybody coming from that direction. Looks like the cavalry are going to be the heroes of this battle. This corps is just about broken. Finish breaking that brigade. Doesn't look like finishing this corps off will do the job. We'll have to wait for the other corps to arrive, it looks like. There they go. Alright, push up on the last of them. I have no idea where these other two corps are at. I see no dust trails. Then again, there's a light rain going on right now, which is probably keeping the dust down. See, we're not even generating a lot of smoke. What's that brigade? Alright, finish off that artillery. Even with two of my brigades breaking, this is actually going a little better than I expected it to. Actually, a little harder than I expected it to also. I didn't expect these boys to break like that. There's really no reason for them to have, as the army morale is pretty high. Alright, cavalry, get mounted up. I'm going to charge that battery and get rid of it. What the hell are you guys doing? Give them charge orders and they're turning around with their backs to them. Nope, they just broke anyway. Their command staffs are about to charge into my lines. Hopefully capture a few of them. Alright, that's it until these other corps start showing up. Because I'm not going to go look for them, to be honest with you. It'll take me too long to find them. Let me get my defenses reset here, and I'll be back. Alright, it's a 2000 or a 2017, a little after. We're about to lose daylight here. The other federal corps finally decided to start showing itself. Right as my other two broken brigades started reforming. I did send some skirmishers out to pick up some guns to help strengthen our defensive line over here. It looks like some of these brigades are starting to reform now too. I was thinking about sending my cavalry out to get them. Oh, they're now well rested, so go get these guys. We did manage to capture. It didn't show them as being captured, so I'm assuming the brigade disintegrated. You guys firing? Yeah. But we did capture one of their batteries. It didn't show as captured, though. I don't know why. And these guys are coming in strung out on the road. So I don't think they're going to attack today. It's 22 after 2000. Day's going to end here in a few minutes. Let's just speed this along. Or are they going to come in and attack? Right, go charge them. See if we can't grab this brigade up. You just saw their division commander coming this way trying to rally them. Once again, we're not exactly closing in on hand to hand. That's a little weird. Kind of like last battle. I get them to There we go. Turned them and got them into hand-to-hand. Very good. I think I just saw that division commander disappear, too. Maybe we caught him up. Right, stay on these guys. Let's destroy that brigade. Yes, look. They're coming forward, but very slowly now. Come on. Disintegrate or capture this brigade. Oh, there's that division commander. I think this brigade would have surrendered by now. That brigade's just staying in place, so we'll just keep chasing down this one. 5 minutes on today. There we go, end of the day. Now, where'd that just shuffle my cavalry brigade off to? Yeah, you're not going there. Go back here, get dismounted, back in loose order. Alright, let's hit play and see what day 2 holds for us. The morale's come back a little bit. They're back up to 43 morale. We're at over 1,000 casualties. They're at 3,500. That's 11% of their force. That's actually a pretty big hit. Let's see what goes on now. I don't think there will be an attack from this direction, but I think it'll be good to leave the cavalry there to come in on this flank again if possible. So it looks like they're coming right down this road again. And are they actually going to mess up for an... Whoa, where's that firing coming from? I forgot the Habsburg had skirmishers out. And they got sent over here. So skirmishers were over this way, keeping an eye on the pontoon bridges. I just forgot about them. Let's see if they're going to make the same mistake twice. Looks like it's going to be a little bit before this attack comes in, so I'll be back. Alright, 6:48, and it looks like they are pushing this division forward in an attack. Now, they did have a cavalry brigade kind of riding towards my one battery over here, but they thought better of it. Would be best served by waiting for the rest of these units to show up. I think the artillery fire might be prompting them to move forward, even though we don't have much in the way of guns. Okay, 2 of these brigades actually have rifles. I'm about to walk into a flank fire from Bowen's brigade. Yep, no, maybe not. It looks like I'm going to shift direction. Still have a light rain going on, but 78 degrees. I'll just be keeping these guys cool until the rain goes away, and then it'll be hot and miserable and muggy. Yeah, it looks like they thought better of that attack, so the brigade's pulling off. Once I have an idea that I'm going to be repeating my tactic from yesterday, once these guys, I'm pretty sure they're all masked up, I'll be sending forward my other 2 divisions onto their flank. I can't believe the AI is doing the exact same thing from yesterday. Doesn't even look like they're trying to find my flank. Now these guys are about to take fire from 3 brigades. Open fire whenever you like, gentlemen. There we go. And there's their army commander right in the mix of it. Still got troops coming forward. You know what? Habsburg, push up. There's your division commander. How's he doing over there? Start pushing this division forward. I want to try and kill as many of these mother sons as we can. Got them up 13% casualties. The AI wants to push this attack in. I just don't think it knows how it wants to do it. Start advancing against these detachments. Attach these 2 batteries here. McGowan, get your division up here. break this army right here. Maybe I started this flank movement a little too soon, but maybe not. Try and capture some of these units back here. Alright, advance your division. Yep, still waiting on his orders. Alright. And he's still got more coming. But this battle's almost over. There's the withdrawal. There it is. 17% casualties. We're not going to get it up to that major victory, sadly. Can catch that battery. Now we're getting mounted. Bag up that detachment. Battery's gone. Very good. There went that detachment. Very good. Get up that cavalry brigade. I doubt we'll catch them. Already out of the woods. Speed this along. There they go. I think that's everybody we're going to catch, so we'll just move this along now. All right. That battle went fairly well. At least I think so. So we took down 5,000 of their 31,000 infantry. We got 40 of their 200 cavalry. Not much on that one. 35 of their 50 guns, which total loss of 5,500 of their 32,000 man force. We lost 1,400 of our 50,630 infantry, 180 of our cavalry, none of our guns, which total loss of 15. We'll call it 1,600 men of our 55,864 man force. Now let's take a look at the paperwork. Okay, it was only 3rd Corps that fought. Wright's Brigade, which is the cavalry, did 598 to infantry, took 65 prisoners, 72 to artillery, took 190 prisoners. Division total, brigade total of 925. So that cavalry brigade did a lot of work for us. McGowan's division, Connor's brigade did 243 to infantry, 27 to artillery for a total of 280. Morgan's brigade did 533 to infantry, plus up to 536. Manigault's brigade did 301 to infantry, plus up to 308. Division total of 1,124. Forney's division, Hapsburg brigade did 185 to infantry, 2 to artillery for a total of 187. Bowen's brigade did 216 to infantry, plus up to 217. Moore's brigade did 214 to infantry, and Trebow's batteries did 172 to infantry, 6 to cavalry for a total of 180. These were 3-inch ordnance rifles. I didn't realize I had any of those left in the divisional battery, so those will get replaced by Napoleon's. Division total is 798. And Taylor's division. I'm not even going to count the detachments because they were using... maybe we should, but these totals should be plussed into these totals. Hinman's brigade did 452 to infantry, took 3 prisoners, 32 cavalry, and 115 artillery prisoners, for a total of 602. Manny's brigade did 349 to infantry, plus up to 350. Trebow's brigade did 891 to infantry, 44 to artillery, for a total of 954. And Manny's detachment did 36 to infantry, 3 to artillery, for a total of 40. And Trebow's detachment did 2 to cavalry, 4 to artillery, for a total of 6. Division total of 1,952. That covers everybody. Now let's see if we got any of their officers, because we didn't lose any. Alright, we wounded Major General Cullum, who was the Army commander. Wounded James McDowell. Wounded General Grant again. This is the second time he's been wounded. We killed Brigadier General Torbert. Wow, we did a lot to these guys. Killed Lieutenant Colonel Drake. Army Ohio. Yeah, any of them. I don't even know if they fought. No. How about Army Tennessee? Wounded Brigadier General Stevenson. Man, we did some heavy damage to their officer corps, especially in the Army of Iowa. We didn't get their division commanders, but it showed me the Army of Ohio there. Why does it show me Ohio? I want Iowa. There we go. Got the corps commander, both their division commanders, battery commander. We did some heavy damage. I mean, that's the second time in the war Grant's been wounded. Oof. All right, let's get closed out of here. Okay, one of the big things I gotta say, especially for the AI, is it actually masked up for an attack on both days and launched a proper attack. But it did it in a really, really piss poor location where it was just... their entire attack line was flanked by my defensive line. Because I had it in that L shape. So, not a good choice on the AI's part, and I was just able to shove all my divisions into their flanks both days. But let me know what you thought of the battle in the comments below, as always. victory at 3rd Cairo. And we also defamed General Tyndale. Alright, Battle of Cairo has ended. Third Battle of Cairo has ended. The enemy reportedly suffering total casualties of 5,654 men. Thereof, 634 killed, 1,754 captured. Our casualties total 1,581 men, with 251 killed, 220 missing, and the rest wounded. We've captured 2,441 rifles and 7 guns from the battlefield, and sent 1,811 soldiers down to our prison camps. Hope you enjoyed Texas, boys. So that's where most of my camps are right now. Alright, and that should open the door for us to make it into St. Louis. And then we'll shift one of our core force isn't ready to go. Oh, he's almost there. I think even once he's in the yellow, I'll send him up to St. Joseph because he can take the rivers up there. Alright, I think we're going to keep this episode rolling along a little bit longer. It's August 26th. I want to see if we can get to September 1st. I can open up the next episode with the monthlies. So, I'll be back. Alright, it's August 29th, and we've picked ourselves up another naval engagement as the Indianola Squadron has engaged the 2nd West Gulf Blockading Squadron. Looks like we're getting ready to pull out of this fight already. Apparently we didn't have any ammunition, though we did sink one of their ships, so that's a plus. There's not much left of that fleet. These are rams. Even if they have no ammunition, they should still be able to fight. Oh, and that went down to an ammo explosion. Lost anybody? No, not yet. But we're down to 6 guns, so nobody has ammunition, even though they should be ramming away. And the Hatteras was withdrawn, the Andersons withdrawn. These two are out of range, so only the Kittatinny and the Itasca is still in range. And only the General Beauregard from my fleet looks like it's still in range. Yeah, this fight's done. Looks like we'll have to try that again. In other news, we are now down into Lowell, Maine. And we have flipped that city into our favor. So I'm actually going to order 2nd Corps right into Boston. Not something I'd originally planned on doing because they don't have siege trains. And there's Fort Winthrop right here, but I think it is worth the move. Alright, sank one of their ships, so we still retreat, probably because we had no ammunition left. This siege is slowly going in our favor. What else did I miss up here? Construction complete. Fort Pickens got repaired. I didn't even know that was damaged. Level of destination. Alright. No, Fort Pickens got damaged, or unless it was still repairing from when we captured it. Yeah, there's nobody there. It was just repairing from the last battle. And I've also started moving the Army of Mississippi via river up to St. Louis. Looks like we managed to avoid a fight while getting there. We gotta wait for these corps to get there. I'm out of river transport. I'm using 174 of 113. That's why the 2nd Corps looks like it's moving so slow. Free me up some ships here. Now, 92, can I get river movements now? Yes. Go join the rest of the army. And we are moving things along now. Forest, how are we looking? Almost to the yellow. Alright, we have started the siege of Fort Winthrop. That's just the Army Command. Claiborne's now down in the yellow. I didn't really wait for him to get in too much into the green before I started moving him. I should have waited a little longer. Cannon. Alright, you're back at port. When you rest up, resupply, and we'll send you out again. First Fleet, how are we looking? Almost back into full green. Now, how far north can I send you? Looks like I can get you up to Wilmington or possibly Moorhead. Yeah, looks like Moorhead's the furthest north I can send him. Then we can start moving into Chesapeake Bay. So let's send him up to Moorhead. I'm still concerned we have lost sight of a lot of core. Right, movement orders, yes. They've been bombarding Fortress Monroe for months now, still haven't done anything to it. Right now I'm just waiting for the clock to tick over to September 1st here. Oh, and in other news, General Lee did recover from his wounds, so he's now back in charge of the Army of Northern Virginia. Jackson is back in charge of the Army of the Valley District, and General Field, who took temporary command of it, is now a division commander in Lovell's Corps. As he did have a bunch of separate commands under him. I just organized all of his infantry into one division. And then the brigades I've been training right now, the Athol Highlanders and two other brigades which were training to be engineers for other corps, are probably going to go form a second division for him. He's probably going to need them. Speed this up a little bit here. Nothing happened. There we go. Alright, what else we got here? Braga destination, Claiborne the destination, okay. Alright, September 1st, so I think we will end the episode right here so we can open up the next episode with the monthlies, as I said. So if you're a new viewer, returning viewer, you're not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember that bell icon so alert till the next video comes out. If you like a brigade in one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, state it's from, weapons, uniforms, officers, and I'll oblige on all counts if possible. And once again, as always, comments, please do keep them coming. And I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.